Hi, I'm Charlie Mangini, one of the managing partners of GoBia Alliance Group. It's time for our weekly question of the week. Again, today we have Byron Howard and Fran Worth on board. And so the question, somebody rolled out a change in your department or building, and it just wouldn't stick. Byron, what went wrong?
Charlie, I've I've seen this take place, and I think back to, was it mission critical? Was it led from the top? And was it brought down to the frontline leadership team in a way that they understood why the change was needed, and were they aware of how to lead that change, right? So for me, it comes in a unified leadership team that can have a consistent message, and that they all are committed to its delivery, not just, this is the flavor of the week or the flavor of the month. No, this is where we're going as an organization. Get on the bus or get left behind. And I mean, it is important that everybody is in lockstep in leading that change and leading that new process. And when that doesn't happen, it can often fall apart.
Mm-hmm.
Fran, what are your thoughts?
So, Byron, I agree wholeheartedly with you. It starts most of the time at the top. These are visions and ideas that come from senior leadership, or quite often it's a customer requirement.
Yeah.
And if we don't properly inform those that need to execute it, then it isn't going to stand, it isn't going to hold, it isn't going to take accurately. But the one thing that people tend to lose, no matter the size and scope of the change, is the disciplines in communication and the disciplines in execution. And so for me, no matter the size of it, if we're asking the workforce, the associates on the floor, and the frontline leadership responsible for those associates, if we're not giving them the tools for success, it will not succeed. And that is usually documented steps, whether it's updated SOPs, whether it is timelines, owners of certain aspects of it. So there are many variables, but truthfully, it's the communication protocols.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you both more. For me, most leaders are A-type personalities. They want to try to, really accomplish everything in one fell swoop. And it comes down to how many changes are being implemented at the same time. I know personally, I tend to want to go after everything. Let's check every box. I call that trying to eat the elephant in one bite, right? It's really prioritizing those changes and understanding the stress that is caused with your workforce. Even a bad process is a process that they're used to. And when you try to change that bad process, there's anxiety over that, right? So it's the whole devil what you know versus what you don't know. And so I think, my advice is keep it simple. What's going to get you the biggest bang for the buck? Understanding you're not going to resolve everything that needs attention. Prioritize them, big rocks, Stephen Covey, big rocks to little rocks. Focus on the big rock and work your way down slowly and not try to eat that elephant in one bite. Okay, that's the question, the answers for this week's question. We look forward to seeing you next week for the next question. Talk soon.